Video games are currently one of the only recession-proof industries in the US, with sales up 17% since January. But for some people, it's more than just a game, especially when it comes to online competition.
I'm Nick Bernardo, I'm 21 years old, and I'm a console gamer. I've actually been gaming since I was 11 years old. My grandma bought me a SOCOM and a network adapter for my PlayStation. I play, 1 or 2 hours a night when I get the chance to. Play Killzone a lot, play Resident Evil 5. The Killzone I was actually top 1%. Basically, it's just every once in a while kind of thing for me. Basically, a lot of people see these kinds of games as violent games, but what I look at it as is a form of me just going home after work and able to unwind from the day and get a little competitiveness out of me and just have some fun.
Hey, I'm a SAC person. Get used to it.
Massive multiplayer online games, or MMOs, have been in and out of the news for the last decade. At the top of the heap is World of Warcraft, which currently has 11 million subscribers. Any one of these players can tell you there's a price much larger than the monthly subscription fee.
I'm Chris Hightower. I'm a former World of Warcraft player. Played for about 3-4 years, on and off, quite a bit. On, mostly on, partially off. I played a priest as my specialty. I really enjoyed healing. Got into that. I just liked watching the bars jump around like that. It was kind of fun. My brother played a warrior, so he and I played together. So he was the big burly guy, and I was in back helping him out. And yeah, I played a lot. Eventually was joining other people, like online, and joining their group guilds and stuff, playing together, doing big deep dungeons, fighting the big monsters. I liked that, and I wanted to do more of that, and I really enjoyed it. But as you go about kind of advancing, you realize it just requires a lot of time to really get good at it and get recognition and stuff like that. And eventually I just kind of realized it's not really worth my time. So I quit, basically. I'm not really playing anymore.
Tabletop role-playing games are designed for the player who enjoys utilizing their own creativity. While many have heard of Dungeons & Dragons, the card game Magic has just as devout a following. We stopped by Water Street, Eau Claire to get a glimpse of Magic in action at the Fountain of Youth, a role-playing hobby shop.
Magic, greatest card game ever invented. It's a card game. We're planeswalkers. We are representing these basic uber magicians that are wandering between different dimensions, that are summoning different creatures and spells to attack one another. And in this particular form of Magic, we are actually representing ourselves as a general in the game, which is a legendary creature, and effectively beating each other up with that. It's more of a slower format, but it works quite well. It's a lot more fun, a lot more casual than a lot of formats are.
I've been playing Magic for about good 6-7 years. I've kind of ground out of it now. I play it more casually with some friends. Like around here, I know Magic is getting really popular, and I still enjoy playing it casually. A lot of the players are a bit more competitive, so that's what kind of drew me away from it.
My turn, I untap them. When they're tapped, they're being used effectively, so I can't use them again.
They're being exhausted.
Yeah.
Like tapping out a well.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And then I usually put my lands behind my creatures. Most people generally tend to do. So different rows, these are all different colors of mana producers. That's how I like to signify them, at least.
Now, how much money would it take to get into Magic?
If, as I suggest to people, you go in and talk to people that play the game, you spend the time looking at the codexes, you spend the time kind of thinking about going over it, which people never do. They always go, oh, I'm going to start playing the game. Oh, look at all my cool stuff I got. And start playing like, yeah, I don't necessarily want this unit. I'm not really good at this unit. I don't like this unit, blah, blah. They end up with a bunch of stuff that they don't want or they can't really use. I mean, really, if you go on, under $200.
Under $200.
Really, if you talk to people under $200 and they put the time and pain, like, this is something that you're going to have for a long time. Like, I've been playing since I was 13.
Come on, Mars.
I hate you, Pyromancer. You ruined my life.
You lost nothing that you wouldn't have lost anyway. You threw the one frog tosser at me. The frog tosser got tossed, okay?
Yep. That he did.
Now, beyond any other form of role-playing, there's live-action role-playing, for the person who wants to get on their feet and engage in hand-to-hand combat.
My name is Tony Nelson, the Society for Creative Anachronism. I've been involved for over 25 years. The Society for Creative Anachronism studies the Middle Ages and then recreates the different activities that were done during the time. Basically, we're a living archaeology group. Locally, the group gets together once a week for different things, for different martial arts practices and for business or social meetings. Across the, both within the region and nationally, there is probably a event going on every weekend, and from this area within a 4-hour drive. I've got a lot of different titles within the organization. It's based on a medieval society, so we'll be awarded for different things. So I guess the one that stands out is that I have a grant of arms award, which gives me a title of the Honorable Ward. I've created a lot of friendships, probably a lot more within the group than I would have not being involved with this group. I met my wife through the SCA, or friends in the SCA. I've used the SCA as a place to learn a lot of skills from different crafts and sciences that were used during the Middle Ages, to practical skills that I can take into the workforce, such as project management. Right now I've volunteered as the media coordinator liaison, which fits right into my applied field for when I graduate.
The world of role-playing is interesting and engaging. I guarantee you every role player has a great story to share.